Hey everyone, it's Nolan from Trade and Train. It's Friday, about 10 past 2 in the afternoon. And yeah, it's a little recap of some of the trades we've taken. And basically, we are done for the weekend. Well, I say we are done, but I've just sent this out to the guys, the members. We'll see if this plays out. EuroCAD, EMA's on the daily, 20 above the 8, nice spread. You can see we're in a downtrend, so looking to sell. Prices come into that 20 EMA. Also, if we look on this 1 hour chart, you can see it's actually this 20 EMA. That's actually a level there. Look, there. Okay, and basically we're seeing potentially what's a head and shoulder pattern on the 5 minute. Okay, so we're looking for sellers. The bigger term trend, if you like, or the daily trend is to the downside. We're looking to sell, so we're looking for the best place to get into. Prices come into that daily 20 EMA, a daily horizontal level, and yes, it's actually going really nicely. So the entry now is for our head and shoulders is the break of the neckline, which we've done. And then like we've got here, you want a retest of the neckline and a rejection. And then you get short. And targets for a head and shoulders are normally, if I can find the right tool, from the head to the neckline. Okay. That the same distance. So something like that. That is the target. And I can see a little bit of support here as well, you know, around that kind of region. But I can see it here actually, so I'd probably have first targets around there. There is that low there, look, which not too far from this arrow, but we'll see how that goes. You need the retest first anyway. But looking at the bigger picture, this would be a kind of a target one for me, if I'm honest with you. And why? Well, because of the bigger picture. You know, we're in this descending momentum. We've pulled back there. We've had an impulse, pulled back. Maybe this could come back to this low here. Maybe it will break this low. You know, I'll take some, if I get in this trade, I'll take some money off at this level, and then we'll take it as far as we can. So that's something you can potentially look for. You know, it's going to be your decision. Look at EuroCAD 5 minute. If you can pull back into the neckline, get sellers in, there may be an opportunity there to sell. But I will leave that with you. So some of the great trades we've taken this week. Aussie CAD, okay, 60 minute. We noticed that these are called pivot lines and pivot levels. We have the main pivot level, which is P. We have resistance levels, R1. And we have S1, which is support 1. S2, support 2. We notice that Aussie CAD on this, we see it on this 60-minute chart, keeps coming into R1. Okay? Keeps coming to R1, rejecting it. So we notice that price was coming into R1 again. So what we're going to do, we're going to look to see if we can get a sell setup. So we sent this out to all the members of the group. Now the distance between R1 and the pivot was about 20 pips. So what we're actually looking to do, if I bring that image back, is basically sell from R1 back to the what's called the daily pivot. Simple, you know, like price tested the R1 here, came back to the pivot. Here it's smashed through it, but basically we're just trading from this level to this level. That was the aim of the game. So look, 15-minute time frame, price came into R1, had a nice bearish 15-minute rejection candle. So that's the setup. Okay, that's exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for sellers to come in off the level. So there's the setup. Sell stop below the low of this candle, stop above the high. It's a really tight stop, so we gave it a little bit more room, and just looking to target the pivot point. Okay, so what happened next? That's what happened, okay? This was our candle to sell. We got triggered in on the next candle, and then boom. Great result. 1.95%. Could have been a lot more, but you don't know that at the time. It's best to make your money in trading and kind of get out of the market, or at least bank half of the profit or something, and put your stop to break even. Okay, don't expect trades to go on forever. Sometimes they can go on for a while, but you know what? Yeah, that's hindsight, isn't it? So this was a really lovely trade for us, and that was either yesterday or Wednesday. I can't remember. One of the two. CAD Swiss. CAD Swiss is on our watch list that we sent out on last Sunday. We send out a watch list of all the currency pairs and all whatever we are interested in. All of our head traders are looking to trade during the week. This was one of those pairs, CAD Swiss. Why? Well, CAD Swiss is actually, if I actually bring the I'll actually bring the chart up just to show you kind of live what we're seeing. It's a little bit messy, so I do apologize. But basically, we're seeing this kind of channel. Yeah, an ascending channel. Got two highs there, high. We've got a low, higher, low. Okay, and we're looking for this to eventually come to the top of the channel in line with what's happened before, probably around 0.71000, and then maybe sellers will come in. So, something like that. Okay, so that hasn't played out, but we've come into that trend line, and we may be seeing buyers come in again. So another kind of free trade idea for you here. You can look for buyers to come in on CAD Swiss, and with a potential to trade this up to 7100. Again, do your own analysis and decide if you want to take this trade, if you like this trade. But is there a setup as well? Potentially there's what's called a morning star pattern setting up there. And if you don't know what a morning star pattern is, well, I was going to say have a look on Google, but you know what, I'll tell you. Morning star we'd look to see at support, and it's basically a 3-bar candlestick pattern indicating sellers turning into buyers. So candle 1 is that selling momentum in line with the trend. Candle 2, a smaller candle generally than candle 1, maybe a doji, indecision candle, but basically it's almost like throwing a tennis ball on the floor. It's traveling to the floor, which is the red candle, then it hits the floor, and then it starts to bounce. Okay, we're looking for sellers to turn into buyers. So this could end up as a morning star pattern, which would be a reversal sign. But it's Friday as well today, so if this does set up, may not be worth trading until the market open on Sunday. We'll see how it sets up. I'll let you have a look at that and see what you think. Anyway, yeah, so we were looking to go long on the watch list. Let me try and bring the picture back for you. Let me just turn off my notifications. Yeah, so we're looking for longs up into 7100, but we spotted this. This is the daily time frame. Okay, the daily was overextended from the EMAs. You can see how price really, it doesn't go too far on the daily time frame before it comes back into the moving averages. Really, it doesn't go far, does it? Look, we've had this bullish candle here, this impulse candle. Now we're looking for price to come back into the EMAs, a counter trend trade. So, the watch list said we were looking for buys. Well, at this point we can't buy because we're in an impulse. We're looking for it to correct before we buy. But we can take advantage of the counter trend trade, okay, selling it back into the averages. So what did we see? What did we have? This. We need to look for a change of cycle to tell us that sellers are now taking control, okay, as we pull back into the averages. So nice level here, okay, bounced, broke, came back, Nice bearish rejection candle with a nice wick there as buyers tried to take price up but failed. And look how that bar closed. You know, it didn't even have a wick on it. It was basically sellers in charge on that. Only a 15-minute candle again. There's the trade setup. Sell below that candle. Stop above the high. You know, whether you traded it back into the averages, whether you made looking for 2% profit, whatever, you know, either of those were available. What happened? $2.48% was made on that. Now the thing is, and you wouldn't have known it at the time, but actually if we were still in this trade as of an hour ago, because I haven't checked it since, we would have been about 6.7% in profit. But again, you know, you don't know that is going to happen. So if you can make if you can make 1% on a trade, that's really good. Even if you can make 0.5% on a trade, that is good. 2% on a trade is fantastic. Okay, so this is why we like 2% targets as a rule. So this was a lovely trade, trading it back into the averages, and now, you know, we're going to be looking for a buy setup, okay, in line with the bigger the channel that price is within. One more I want to show you, which is one from yesterday. Now, if you've been following any of our YouTube videos this week, or our free analysis in our free Telegram channel, you'll know that we've been looking for gold shorts. Okay, let me I'll bring up the chart actually. I'll bring up the chart just to show you what we are talking about, because you might not have seen any of our videos this week or our analysis. And if you're not a member of the free Telegram group, guys, then please, you know, I'll put a link in the underneath this video. It's free, you know, just join. We send some great stuff. Okay, let me just delete that alert. What we're looking at is prices in this descending channel. Okay, we had a false break to the upside out of the channel, which would have triggered a lot of buyers into the market. But you know, with any breakout, we don't trade breakouts personally. We look for a breakout and then a pullback. You know, which is like the head and shoulder pattern on EuroCAD. We're looking for the break of the neckline and then the retest, and then we're going to look to get in the trade. So gold is the same, you know. It broke out, but we'd look for a pullback in correction and retest before we'd go long. Well, look what happened. The retest failed. Price came back within the channel. So from this, we would expect price to try and make another low, okay? The momentum at the moment is to the downside. We've got these lows here. We've got the bottom of the channel. So we're looking for price. If I can just find my arrow tool. Yeah, we're looking for basically for that. And then either that level, well, I'll just put it like that. Okay, and then possibly break out. So we're looking for price to either come into this level here, which is that previous low, or the bottom of the channel. So we are looking for short setups where we are up here. It was possible that price may have tested the top of the channel before moving to the downside. So we're looking for shorts. Let me bring up the image of what we sent out to all of our traders. So here's that image, that channel. Okay, price broke this short-term counter trend line. Okay, you can see price approaching the top of that bigger channel here. It broke down, and you can see what we sent to the guys, the members of the group, was, okay, look for a couple of things. Either price is going to come and retest this counter trend line and reject, and we'll look to sell, or it could be a false break and price could move back up and hit the top of this bigger channel, and then we'll look to sell. So we're looking for one of those two scenarios. Did I show picture number 2 there? Yes. So, okay, what happened? Well, it actually rejected the counter trend line. We retested the trend line, and look, we got this nice bearish candle. So that's the sell setup: a sell stop below this candle and a stop above that high. If you want to be a little bit more conservative, you could have put a stop above there as well. Not as well, but instead of the stop above here. Just depends on, you know, your style of trading, if you like. So there was the setup. We know we're looking for shorts. We've seen potentially the start of selling come in, pulls back, retest the counter trend line, and we get a seller candle. We have a sell setup. And let's have a look at what happened. You'd be triggered in, or you would have been triggered in on the next candle. Has a little pullback, see sellers come in, and listen, 2%. Now I think it might be, you know, if we'd have stayed in that trade, it'd probably be even more now. But like I said, 2% is an amazing result for any trade. So you know, we were really happy with that. And you know, there might be opportunities to sell next week as well. But for now, really, unless Euro CAD might play out, then we're really done for the weekend. It's a nice early one for us. So, I mean, listen, you know, we hold masterclasses most Thursday evenings. You can register online via our free Telegram group, and you can come and speak to us, ask us questions, see what we do. And, you know, if you want to be part of the members of Trade and Train, you know, does this interest you, what we do, then, you know, get in touch. Whether you want to go to our website, www.tradeandtrain.com, whether you want to send us an email, I'll put a contact email in the comments underneath the video. You know, get in touch. Is your trading, are you happy with your trading? You know, are you making money? Do you think you could be better? Are you not doing too well at the moment? You know, get in touch, let us know, and we can possibly help you. Because listen, every time we put trade ideas like this out to the community and they make money, that's absolutely fantastic. That's all we want to do. So we want to help you. If you think we can, get in touch. But for now, guys, it's as I say, it's Friday, it's nearly the weekend, so have a great weekend. Stay safe, and we will see you again next week. Bye for now.